Okay, so today I'm just going to be doing a video on all the things that pretty much make this character. I have to go to my house where I left all my in-game gear. Fuck, I haven't been on this game in like 4 months now. Uh, Probably less than. Here we are. So as you can see, I'm level 109 now. Where I last left them off. Oh, loading screens. Okay. Is this the right one? This is not the right one. Fuck. So many different houses. I need Heldiarkin Hall. There it is. Loading screen once again. Okay, here we are. Whoa. Oh my god, that thing just killed itself. That's hilarious. Alright. Pretty much what my character's been doing is he's roleplay wise, he's pretty much completely forgotten his entire history, so I decided to ditch all my gear and just pretty much start off from Helgen again, pick up wherever I want it, and whatever I found, upgrade along the way. But we're gonna say fuck all that for a while. Here they are. Wait, which ones are these? What keys? This isn't the right one. Nah, that's not the right one. We'll be in there forever. Here we are. Okay. Here's my final level gear. So I'm just gonna put on all of this. Alright. Here we are. Okay, so let's check out Minato. That's not right. I should have way more than that. I'm missing something. Hmm. I don't know if it's because of my lack of memory, but it just seems like I used to have more magica than that. Ah well. Who cares? Either way. Alright, so seeing destruction. I got it mastered out. Pretty much. Need to dual casting the impact. Don't really use that too much nowadays. Never really use runes, but you know, just depends on how I feel like fighting. Don't really care for frost, so I didn't really bother with it since their spells are kind of weak, honestly. It doesn't really matter to slow an enemy down. You can just incinerate them and paralyze in different ways. Restoration's great. You get respite, which also helps you heal your stamina as long as your health. So theoretically, you can just keep running forever. You can also run forever if you just keep spamming um, become ethereal, and your stamina won't go down when you're running, and it usually recharges before it runs out if you have enough. Necromage is great. All spells are more effective against undead, which that includes spells and passive or innate spells for you, since I am a vampire. So spells that boost my like vampiric powers are also boosted through Necromage, which is pretty awesome. But that works for any spell. Recovery is great. Avoid deaths is very useful. I hardly have to get to that point, but when I do, it's great to have that. It just whenever you're close to dying, you just heal for a good portion of your life. Still need to get Master Restoration. I don't really care too much about it because I don't need it as much. I don't really use wards either. I take care of that through here at Alteration. Mage Armor's cool, I don't really use it. Or is it? Magic Resistance is very useful, it's key. Fully stacked out, you just block 30% of a spell's effects against you, so it's really nice. It helps you really become just a mage killer with this. And the other one in Alteration I really love is Atronach. He also absorbs 30% of magical spells that hit you. So it just increases your magicka while also blocking hostile spells. Enchanting, vital. Um, all my enchantments are as powerful as they can get naturally. I also use potions to boost them even further. And with these other enchantments, they just all get stronger. The only enchantment I already use now for damage purposes on weapons, my favorite one would be the Chaos one, which does 50% chance of doing fire, frost, or uh, lightning damage or shock damage, and they're just so much stronger than just a regular frost or lightning fire damage by themselves. So Siphon's great. All of Enchanting is really great, and extra effect makes it all worth it. Can really make your own custom artifacts, basically Daedra artifacts, basically. Just stack 2 enchantments on there. It's and smithing, so I can make my best. I specialize in heavy armor, not light armor. Even though I suppose I could, but I prefer just to take the heavy armor since it looks the coolest in my opinion, and gives you the most resistance versus physical attacks. Arcane Blacksmith, useful, and just ending in the Dragon Bone armor. I don't wear the Dragon Bone armor, but the weapons are better than the Daedric ones. And speaking of heavy armor, There you go. Armor increase rating by 100%. If I was going to hit someone unarmed, it's going to do extra damage. If I did take fall damage, it's not going to hurt that much. And this is conditioning, it wears nothing, weighs nothing. Oh god, I think I heard my roommate. I really don't want them to home. Stay away. I'm going to lock my door. Fuck off. Even though they'll just fucking pick the lock. Yeah, well fitted also helps. Oh yeah, this is great. Tower of Strength. Sometimes I forget that you stack or less when you're hit with a power attack. Matching set. We're all of matching Daytrick. Gain a 25% boost, which is fucking great. And reflect blows. Sometimes they'll just hurt themselves. Really worth the time to max that out. Just max it out while you're doing restoration. Just heal yourself while you take the blows, because at low levels it's really hard to get heavy armor up unless you're fighting very weak opponents. But it's very worth putting time into. Block. And these little symbols here, I think I've been neglecting it. How many times you've remastered it, you reset it to 15 and mastered it again. And I do that for, you gotta do that to get to such a high level past 80. You gotta remaster some skills, just so you can get the accumulation again. Remastering shield again. I haven't worked on it right now. My character's not using it, but I could again. It's really fun. If you're gonna go with the shield, there's very cool things here. Honestly, I never used it too much, because a lot of things you can do with the shield you can just do innately, but it's useful. It's useful when you want to use it, I guess, if that makes any sense. My main skill jockey, ones that I master a lot, you can see 4 times, 3 times are the actual melee, because I pretty much make up for damage in their enchantments, and also give it to myself as kind of a handicap. But these I pretty much just use to skill myself up, so to level myself up. But they have great things in there too. I guess we can go through. This video is running a bit longer than I wanted it, but we haven't even begun to scratch the surface. So strap in for the long run. I'm too lazy to do multiple videos on this guy. I might break it up when I go to the vampire. Yeah, I'll do that. When I do level these up, I usually just give them the damage boost. But apparently I haven't been doing that recently. I think I just recently reset all these not too long ago. Recently, character-wise, in-game-wise. I have, although I don't use light armor, I've used it in the past, and sometimes I like to roleplay with just some light armor. There's some really cool ones anyway, and they're worth having too. You can see that it's this one has a cool one. You can just dodge all damage, but if you like light armor, then that's your cup of tea. It's as useful as heavy armor. Sneak, it's a little skill jockeying right now too. Although I don't really need it anymore, because I can just make myself muffled and invisible, and that solves all problems. But stealth goes deeper than that. You can get backstab and just do a hell of a lot more damage. Trap resistant, you can do 15 times more damage with the sneak attack with the dagger. And if I actually leveled up my one-handing damage and all of that, and this sneak plus the enchantments, the, I, I don't know what's gonna live up against that. That's just gonna really fucking hurt. There are combos in this game where you can pretty much one-shot dragons with stealth shots, but that's usually for people. A lot of people play on very lower difficulties. All of this was played on legendary difficulty, so it's been a grind the entire time. Even fights that I can just kill them, they have such a large health pool. Um, it'll still take a while, even though there's no threat to me. Lockpicking, lockpicking is something that, honestly, in all of my Skyrim career in different profiles,